I'm curious because we talked about cancer a little bit as well, and we also talked about Wim Hof. Is there any studies around breath work in, over oxygenation? Because I know that from the stuff I've read that usually cancer, if you're looking at this place that it is, cancer tends to grow in an acidic environment. People talk about how if you're over oxygenated, that's an alkaline environment. Do you know of anything around breath work and over oxygenating the body that way?
Well, yeah. So the Warburg effect is what it's called, and cancer cells love sugar and don't use a lot of oxygen for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a hypoxic state, whereas the opposite is hyperoxygenation.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't think that I've seen evidence that just breathing a lot would make any difference, but you can do hyperbaric chamber therapy. And there is some really interesting data that just came out, not on cancer, but on, what was it? It was dementia, I believe. And there's also a paper that came out looking at telomeres, the ends of the chromosomes that represent your age and get shorter as you get older. They reversed that process with age, just with some therapy in this hyperbaric oxygen chamber. So I think there's some merit to it. And I've done some work on this as well. We find that, I won't get too much into it, but having, as you get older, your muscles get tricked into thinking that there's not enough oxygen around. Mm-hmm. They become hypoxic, and that they shut their own mitochondria down because they think, oh, this person's not breathing enough. They've gone to the top of Mount Everest, so they don't make as much mitochondria. The problem there is that your body's in a state of hypoxia, which is bad. You don't make mitochondria, you don't make energy. You feel lethargic. And we found that by blocking that process and getting the cells back in a couple of weeks to feeling normal, mice could now run twice as far on a treadmill. They were super healthy, super fit, had the energy back. And so, yeah, it's this oxygen stuff and mitochondria is intimately linked to aging. And the older you get, the less mitochondrial activity you have. Now, you can boost that up again, probably by exercising, by being a bit cold, and perhaps even by heavy breathing. That part I don't know about, but it's really important. And I think it's the future for a lot of therapies, given what I've seen.